Okay guys, we are back. Let's get going, get the three games done we need to get done. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. We need to get three games done so that way we can move on and get try and get as close as possible to the All-Star stuff. We're on game 48. Let's see how many games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 games left. Okay, we need to move now, guys. We got 8 games. We need to move. We got 8 games left. We need to do at least three for this round, and 3 more for the next video. For the next 2 videos, we gotta do 3 each. We're not gonna have time for 4. Okay, we know how to do that. Let's get going. We didn't do much flows, but we can't do. We gotta move quick. We need to get to a game to get it done and get all 3 games done. And 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 be in the gym. We need to. Do a quick update. We're getting out for a second because it means update.
Eastside got that. I'm swerving it. Tell me what's the word? What you heard? Hood tab. You from ain't heard of it? Show me for you owe me, look. We ain't boom.
These are the games you have to win to take us.
Starting at point guard, at 6'3", number 28, MD.
Great to have you with us. We are set to get you over the hump this Wednesday night with another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, and we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Kobe White.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
And the starting group for Chicago. Gideon White paired to make the backcourt. Boozel is out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Kasumu in at the 3 slot. And for Boston, Jaylen Brown is out there with Kristaps Porzingis. Then it's MP, then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Tatum in at the shooting guard. And Grant, sitting at the midway point of the season now, as a player, does it feel that way? Or does one half drag on more than the other?
You know, I'd say the back half can feel a little bit longer. Whether it's games of consequence that magnify things, or for teams lower down, maybe the season drags on at the end.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. MP looking around. Pass to Tatum. And here's Brown. MP outside. 6 on the shot clock. Play clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Here's Pritchard. He buries it from 3.
Yeah, nice pass by MP. He knows how to run an offense.
Now let's send it over to Ali LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
And one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it, but they really emphasize boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out, it's back to basics, guys.
And Ali, thanks. Here's Pritchard, and here's MP from outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
A very accurate shot by MP. He must have been drilling these since a young age.
Pass to Buzelis. Shot is up. Porzingis grabs the board.
Can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Brown with it. Outside Tatum. Back to MP. Now Brown. MP outside. Here's Tatum. Launches it from deep. And it's Giddey with a rebound. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. 6-point game. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
And that one, the other team could not keep up with them offensively. They were prolific.
And on top of probably having the better talent, they never let up. Great effort, great win.
RJ, when you talk about Vucevic, is he the best NBA player ever to come from Switzerland?
There's an argument to be made. He has the most points by any Swiss-born player by far and the only All-Star game appearances.
Now here's White. A 20-point game for him in the win against Denver.
And his free throw numbers tell you a lot about his performance. He was very aggressive.
Pass to MP. Buries it down low. MP's got 5 now.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Buzelis. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. That one no good. Boston leading by 9. MP, the pass to Porzingis. Back to MP. Brown finds MP. Tatum with it. Takes the 3. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's White. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Count that one.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
MP outside. With the step back. Buzelis grabs the board.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
White, the pass to Vucevic. Tries again. Oh, missed the layup. He had it with the pump fakes.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly. Let's get
And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Pass to Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. From deep Giddey. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vucevic. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at Atlanta, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they've really lived up to the hype surrounding them this year, proving they're at the absolute top of their game.
Lonzo Ball's checked in for Dosunmu. From deep, MP drains the triple. MP's got 8 points.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
The Bulls trail by 15. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Outside White. Vucevic, a screen on Tatum. White, good.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's MP. Coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. from behind the arc. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by MP. 6 points for him.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
White, the rebound by Jason Tatum. Boston leading by 15. And here's MP from outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
Here's Buzelis. Still no points. Fires from deep. The rebound, Celtics. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Even with all of that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
And it's Giddey missing. And so MP will bring it up for the Celtics. This game following their win against the Rockets.
Thanks to their stellar defensive intensity, they registered a ton of stops in that one.
They were hustling to get in front of every play they could, always getting a hand in the shooter's face.
Jacks up a three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. MP's got 16 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And we'll have a timeout call by Billy Donovan. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Boston with some changes. Cornette's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Horford comes in for Brown. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. Now Giddey in the game against Denver. Very impressive. Collins with a screen on Tatum. From deep, Giddey. Pure from three-point range.
Like sometimes the threes can really boost your confidence, and I'm sure it'll do just that for Giddey.
In each of the last 2 years, RJ, the Bulls have been eliminated in the play-in tournament.
Yes, they've been just about 500 each of those seasons, so Chicago has been in that dreaded middle ground. Not contenders while also not picking high in the draft. That is the worst place any NBA team should be.
Now here's Collins. And in that win against the Nuggets, he was a major factor as well. Knocks it loose. The kick out to Williams. Robinson passes to Giddey. Collins with a screen on Tatum. Pulls it from the top of the key. The rebound by MP.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
White for three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And the Bulls shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Rockets got the job done. He dropped 48 points, and he also dished out plenty of assists, something we're used to seeing. And the entire NBA talking about his performance. It was that special. Can he do it again? We'll see, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
All right, let's take a moment now to look at the rookie leaderboard. The best playmakers over the last 10 games. MP, number 1.
I mean, you love the way he's connecting with his teammates. The timing has been a surprise.
And he drops it first. Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. Desumu, he's checked in for Chicago. And both free throws good for Robinson. Here's MP. 19 points in the game. Horford outside. MP outside. Pass to Hauser. Back to MP. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. MP's got 21.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Ball outside. From outside the arc. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
From 9 feet. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. White's got his third bucket of the night.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
There's Ball with a three. Horford pulls it in. Takes a three. Oh, at the buzzer!
Wow! I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Talk about
Buzzer beater, baby. Buzzer beater.
time shot from him there.
And so it's Boston holding a massive 34-point lead to end the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Back after this. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
In rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook that, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
On the court for Chicago.
Boom.
Patrick Williams out there with Sumu. Then there's Zach Collins. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Ball in at the point. Now here's Sumu. 9 points for him in his last game. The kick out to Ball. Collins a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Nice move. And Porzingis with the block.
Big time rejection from Porzingis. You must be careful trying to shoot when he's lurking nearby.
Pass to Pritchard. Back to MP. Porzingis passes to Pritchard. And here's MP. He shoots. They get it again.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And here's Robinson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver. Pass to Collins. Now Ball. Now here's Robinson. Over White. That's good from Robinson on the assist by Ball. And so MP will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Here's Horford. This one for three. And again, Boston with the triple.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Robinson, a screen on MP. The three from Ball. Boston with a rebound. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. To the middle. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got assist number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Sumu on the wing. No points yet. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. How about the grit of Ayo Dosunmu? You see it in his hustle play, but also in his work ethic, RJ.
Yes, he continues to improve, BA. The coach is training him to be shot ready. That's down and low. He's upping his volume and efficiency from long range.
Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Drew Holiday comes in for White, and a change for the Bulls. Phillips is checked in for Williams. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. MP finds Tatum. MP with it. Horford outside. MP outside. Right side Holiday. Back to MP. 6 to shoot. Tatum from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
With his touch, Tatum's a threat from anywhere.
Dosunmu outside. Collins passes to Ball. Driving in. No luck on that one. Oh, great D that time from MP.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He is yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
Too hard. Well,
For
to the right
Chicago,
side.
they've got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter.
Come on, I need. Come
Ball
on,
passes to
Dum Dum.
Robinson.
Come in me.
DeSumo with it. Shot on the wing. Horford pulls it in.
I had it.
He misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Pass to MP. Up top, Tatum. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Tatum's got 11 points.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
And Ball gets it to go.
I love seeing Ball be aggressive on offense, good at knowing when to take initiative.
MP with it. 21 points in the game. Outside Tatum. Back to MP. To the paint. Pritchard gets it to go. Pritchard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Robinson gets the bucket.
Such a good facilitator. Ball has nice touch on that pass.
Here's Tatum. Again, Boston.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
The Bulls have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Up top, Collins. Outside, Robinson. Ball outside. Over MP. Ball no good.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
MP, the pass to Horford. Here's Pritchard. MP outside.
Shoot.
Back to Pritchard. There's the triple. Cash.
Yes, thank
MP
you.
picking up the assist. 11 points in the game.
That's his second triple of the quarter. And
That's what my guys need to do. They get the ball and they need to shoot. There's opening. Shoot it now before it's too late.
Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the
Nope.
audacity to do it in the real game.
Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Collins outside. Gets the 3 to fall. Collins has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. MP, the pass to Pritchard. Now Holiday. Three-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple.
nice answer. You love how Holiday competes every single night.
Ball outside. Pass to Robinson. There's the 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's MP. 21 points in the game. Tatum with it. Here's the 3. Yet another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's DeSumo. Pass to Collins. Horford with a steal. Pass break. Here come the Celtics. Here's Tatum. And then Tatum slams it in.
Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. And so here is Chicago. A minute 22 left in the first half. DeSumo, the pass to Robinson. Lets it fly. Rebound Boston.
They say it's a make or miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
To the inside. Here's Tatum. It's hauled in by Robinson. Chicago has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Love the kickback pass to set up the rim runner.
on the break. That's not a pass that every player would see.
MP with it. Picked up by Collins. Out to the right wing. Pritchard to pass to MP. Launches it. Pritchard gets it to go. Pritchard's got 14 points for the game.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Phillips. Let's go with a three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight. Is Pritchard.
Spill it. Bed, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get up early tomorrow.
And the Celtics another three.
And this
Oh,
is
no.
how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Nice.
Now here's ball for three. The shot no good. And so it's Boston. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Hello, folks. Without a doubt, the early spotlight is on MP. Fellas, he's been very difficult to guard.
The confidence of MP stands out to me so far. He's been in total control of the situation, and the defense has not slowed him down.
He has been sensational, leading by example out there. And let's switch it up. Here's a look at some of the possible contenders for this year's dunk contest.
The voting process will be wrapping up soon. Finally. Excited to see which players make the cut. Same. In fact, I might suit up and try some dunks I've been working on.
Of the trampoline variety, no doubt.
Good spying on me, Ernie.
You don't want to know. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
Kristaps Porzingis out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, then it's MP, and it's Tatum in at the 2. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Now to Sumu. Picked by Vucevic from the arc. The Sumu can't hit. Here's MP. Pass to Brown. Back to MP. Here's Pritchard. Clock at 6. Right wing. Puts up a 3. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Pritchard's got 20 points.
And man, is he in his zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
There's a screen.
Look at Giddy stealing the spotlight. What a jam.
Tatum passes to MP. Brown inside. He's covered by DeSumo. Tatum from long range. It's hauled in by White. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Grant, how about Kobe White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
You know this is coming with Brown. He is a ruthless sniper outside.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
That one goes. Count it. Giddy's got 7 points in the game.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Inside. Here's Giddy. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game. Back to MP. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. On the wing, Tatum. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
And here's DeSumo. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. And it's Giddy missing.
You just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Here's Pritchard. And another dime for him. The chemistry he has with this guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
DeSumo, the pass to Giddy. Pass to Vucevic. Now White. Can they get it? Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Brown passes to MP. And here's Tatum. The 3 ball. Knocks it down from distance. Tatum's got 7 now in this quarter.
And he knocked down 4 triples in the first half. You got to stay in his hip pocket.
MP against Giddy. Vucevic, a screen on MP. Giddy into the lane. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Once Giddy saw his opening, he took advantage. I mean, defenders just could not keep up.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Boston calls timeout. Cornette's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Pritchard. Collins, he's checked in for Chicago. Robinson comes in for White. Boston on offense. They're on an 18-6 run. White, the pass to MP. Outside, Brown. Now here's MP. Right side, White. Back to MP. Pass to Tatum. Here's MP. Outside, Brown. And again, another assist. That's another dime from him.
He's tallying them up fast, B.A.
Here's Giddy. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Here's MP. And that's basket number 9 for him. He's 9 for 10.
When MP is having a night like this, you just can't keep him from getting the ball.
Robinson passes to Collins. And here's Giddy. Oh, great D that time from MP. Down low. Here's Brown. And it's Giddy with the rebound.
That went in and out. That should have gone
Chicago's
in.
got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. And stolen by Brown. It's a one-on-one situation. Tatum with it. DeSumo picks him up. Tatum gets the bucket. Well, the Bulls shooting a low 31%. Their offense is lacking. Outside Giddy. The three is up. And the three-pointer goes. Giddy's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
His first triple of the second half. Can he get it going?
To the paint. Here's Tatum. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bulls. Head coach is sure it should be going the other way. He's challenging the out-of-bounds violation. And the Bulls making a change here. Ball's checked in.
This call is all about viewing perspective. A lot of times a coach may have a better view of this call than the official. It's really just a
Previous play is
Bench and see what
It's very
looks like an
close.
obvious mistake on this call. You almost have to challenge. No matter when it comes to the
Inbounds.
game, you don't want to
I was
surrender
inbounds,
any
guys.
possessions.
I was definitely inbounds. Okay, let's that was inbounds. That's very, very close. He's in. That was in. From right there was in.
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling has been made. They're going to uphold the original call on the out-of-bounds violation.
That's bull. He's not out. He's not in. He's not out of bounds.
But it's a risk we're taking.
That's not out of bounds. That's a bad call. That's definitely. We just went in the lead play. It was very close.
Hauser, he's checked in.
It should have been not. It should not have been out of bounds.
Williams is checked in. And Giddy has got the ball here for the Bulls. Pass the ball. Fires the three. Hauser grabs the board.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
White, good.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Hauser passes to MP to the left side wing. From deep. And the Celtics another three.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
A minute 42 left in the third quarter here. Ball with it. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. From deep, Giddy sends it home from three-point land. Giddy's got 14 points now in the second half.
That was a disgusting first half he turned in, but it's been nice
Come
day for
on.
him after the break.
That should have gone in.
Chicago has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. They double it with Brown. Here's Ball. And Ball throws it down.
There is no doubt that Ball brings his flight gear to the arena. The man has
three. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. MP's got 29.
He's hitting everything from deep, just flat out torching this defense.
The three from Ball. Rebound Boston.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Pass to White.
You have the ball,
Outside,
shoot.
Brown.
Thank you.
And the Celtics
And
have
that's
got
how you
three.
do it. Pass, I pass through, you shoot.
This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Collins. And there's the rejection. White with it. Robinson defending. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. They get the rebound. Cornette lays it up and banks it in. Cornette's got his first bucket in this one.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Collins passes to Giddey. The Bulls with another miss. Here's Cornette. And another dime for him.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
Looking like Scott Skiles right now with all these dimes. And so it's MP making things happen for the Celtics. Running the offense through him, he posts a career high in assists. Back to the game after this break. Head coach Billy Donovan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
We should never get beat like that in transition when they throw the ball. Those points add up right now. Let's be locked in and focused right now.
Ooh, Billy Donovan not too happy, failing to get back on deep. Making the switch here. MP's checked in. Now a timeout called by Boston. They lead.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Celtics.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they're going to win this one, making this their 47th victory so far.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense.
Yet another assist.
He's nearing the franchise record for most assists in a single game.
This team feeds off his unselfishness and commitment to keeping everyone else involved. Out to the right wing. Back to MP. Pass to Horford. On the wing, Curry. From deep, MP buries it from 3. MP's got 32 points in the game.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Buzelis. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
It's a shame, really. If they'd been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
Curry finds Horford. Here's Hauser. Back to MP. Now here's Curry. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Great win tonight, MP.
Another day, another win. Just one.
Okay, I got 2 games to go. Got 2 more games to do, and I got a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 games to go. So I'll have 5 games left for tomorrow to do. So we're gonna do the 5 games tomorrow. We're gonna do 2 more games today.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
The countdown starts now. From New Orleans, chess blocks from Bourbon Street. The Celtics taking on the Pelicans. For the Celtics, a standout first half of the season has them in first place in the East. A position they don't want to let go of. Pelicans, Celtics on 2K Sports. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. And how about those rookies? Time now to check out the Rookie of the Year race, ranking the league's best young rookies here midway through the season. If you look at MP, well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
This is just a special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
Totally agree. It's taken him only about half the season to show he is going to be a force and a face in the NBA for a long time.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. We've got Tatum. Porzingis is out there with Brown. Then it's MP. And it's Pritchard in at the small forward spot. And for the Pelicans, in the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Jones is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Now here we are, Greg, in the second half of the season. What do you think playoff-bound teams are focusing on right now?
I would say just making sure they keep the momentum heading into the postseason, as well as do everything possible to try to stay healthy.
2 on the clock. Tatum's shot is off. And the Pelicans with the possession. Collum passes to Jones. New Orleans moving the ball around. Olynyk, and the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has
Brown outside. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Willie Green had a few moments to share with me. Coach said they want to force Jason Tatum to uncomfortable spots on the floor. Now, they recognize those spots are few and far between, but Coach wants to keep Tatum out of the paint specifically. If his team can do that and force Tatum to shoot more from outside, they feel relatively good about their chances. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Back to MP. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. A three from MP. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
MP looking solid from there.
The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Wide open look here for Murray. A three-pointer, no good.
A bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Here's Murray following the basket by Jaylen Brown. And DeJounte Murray with the three.
And Murray doing a great job right now in rhythm off that screen and roll and exploiting the deep.
Back to MP. To the left wing. Outside Tatum. Here's MP. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. MP's got his second basket of the night.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Murray against MP. Again, the miss by Murray.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back, let him try to find his range.
MP uses the glass to finish the layup. MP's got 7 points.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect
two
on the
games
floor.
more.
Just
Should
the
be
one
doing
miss
more.
here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Very electric.
We need to finish this game so we can get the third game going.
And so MP will bring it up for the Celtics. Takes the turnaround chain, and it's busted with another.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Pelicans trailed by 4. That first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Murray, no good. The Celtics have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Brown kicks to MP. Right side Tatum. Porzingis trying to get free, and Tatum the bucket on the assist by MP.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Olynyk, a screen on Tatum, takes a step back. Murray outside. Again, the miss by Murray.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's MP. Rebound by Olynyk. The layup off target.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
McCollum, no good. Celtics leading by 6. MP passes to Porzingis, and that one good.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And here is Murray. He has 5. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Murray's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
If guys are getting points inside, that's a bad sign for the defense. You don't want to allow too much penetration, especially from DeJounte.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Murray. He takes it in, and it's Murray with the jam.
And Murray with some big playability.
Celtics have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. A 3 from MP. Drills the three-pointer. MP's got 12 in the game.
He is getting it done on the offensive puts him in. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
McCollum outside. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Back to MP. Pass to Porzingis. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Shoots over Olynyk, and it's off the back rim. No good. Now Murray. To the paint. And it's Murray with the jam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
So it's Boston now, following the score by New Orleans. A 3 from MP, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game?
Murray against MP. Jones sets the pick for Murray. And Boston with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could against the team that shot it well.
And the basket by Tatum.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to talk to his guys. Both teams decided to change it up. Let's check out the NBA's best three-point threats. Jason Tatum on top. MP is second.
Either of these two guys force defenders to come out well past that three-point line. And that really opens the floor up for their entire offense.
McCollum, no good.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played hard. You know who that was.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Bulls delivered a big performance. He scored 32 points, and as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the 3-ball. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
Sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Great shot by McCollum. He takes pride in knocking down those threes.
Horford kicks to MP. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. MP's got 18 points.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Cullen passes to Robinson Earl. Here's Boston. Pass to McCollum. A three. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's the three. No good that time. And so it's the Boston Celtics. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We come back right after this. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
He got Hawkins, and it's Robinson Earl in at the 4 slot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. New Orleans shoot their first free throw of the night, and so he hits the technical free throw.
This is a young player who you do not want to send to the free throw line. Trey Murphy, just about automatic.
And the Celtics making a change here. Tatum's checked in. Hawkins passes to Boston, and he drops it in from the low post. Boston's got his second basket of the night. Celtics leading by 12. To the middle. Here's MP. Push in. No stopping MP.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Driving the lane, and the shot is good.
At 6'5", Hawkins has great length for a guard, and that really helps him finish off drives.
Tatum kicks to White. Here's MP. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. MP against Hawkins. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Tatum.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And MP's shot is good.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Pelicans trail by 17. Pass to Boston. Here's Macy. Here's Hawkins. Hawkins can't get that one to fall.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Now here's White. 17-point lead, their biggest.
Tatum, good for at least one highlight finish a night. This guy is box office.
Here is Hawkins. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Shot to stop the run. Hawkins can't get that one to fall.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
A 3 from MP. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists in the game. They could use a big shot here to get this up. Offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. So for the Pelicans, Kelly Olynyk comes in for Jeremiah Robinson Earl. And Murray subbed in for Hawkins. And the Celtics also making a change. Porzingis is checked in. Murray, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Hey, Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And both free throws good for MP.
And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic. Because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. MP's got 32 points in the game.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Here's Murray. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Boston's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Monday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Denver Nuggets.
And Kevin, they'll never admit it, but a road trip like this one is the last thing they want to see. When you are letting games slip away from you, like this team has recently, you do not want to be in hostile territory.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Here's the Celtics with the ball. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. Pass to Horford. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's MP. The 19-footer is on the money. And that's 36 points for MP.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
For three, Murray, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Murray's got 14.
And Murray wasting no time. He had the space, he rose up, and he knocked it down.
MP kicks to Tatum. Back to MP. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. MP's got 39. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks.
And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
This is the
I think that was a block.
where the officials can review.
I think that blocked it at the very end. At the very end was a block.
Angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Yep, I knew it. That was a block.
And how fast the action
Nice.
really is.
Now that was a good call. We got the call was right.
And the announcement on the review
The call was
is that the
overturned. It was a
foul
block.
called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Murray for three. It's hauled in by MP. MP's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Murray. The shot is good off the backboard. Murray's got 16.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
It's McCollum on the wing, light covering. 5 on the clock. Porzingis with the block.
Well, Porzingis, the height, the reach, just overpowered. Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Boston has gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. In the corner, Horford with it. MP passes to Tatum. Back to MP. Pass to Tatum. Beyond the arc. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
For 3.
MP's got 6 assists here tonight. The Pelicans shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. McCollum kick still in it. Now here's Murray. Takes the 3. Al Horford with the rebound.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
And what a night to remember for MP. Still so young, this guy could have many nights like this in the future.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Murray. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. McCollum, no good.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
MP, no good.
And that was a little bit of a rage check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. MP, good.
And we see MP just continue to develop here, nailing those catch-and-shoot chances. That's big.
So it's the Pelicans now. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long
I
time.
need 10. I need to get triple double.
Murray
If I get 10 rebounds and 10 assists, then I'll give me enough.
And it's Murray, that time on the assist by McCollum. Murray's got 7 points for the quarter.
Defensively, you're trying to prevent DeJounte from getting to the rim, but he can counter. That mid-range becomes deadly.
Oh, come on!
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Oh, come on!
First half of basketball. And so
That should have
far,
gone in.
hasn't been close. Boston on top, running away with this one. New Orleans back in a moment.
He did it too hard. These things, they get it. They gotta do it accurately. It has to be not too hard,
happy you joined us.
and it has to be
Action
way in
tonight,
the middle.
A bit wild and a big deficit now for the New Orleans Pelicans.
The defense has been trash. That is, if you can call it defense. I call it being lazy.
Yeah, it's lazy, Shaq. They've been outworked, and you gotta beat them to the basketball. That's the kind of team that you want to have. And so far, they haven't answered the bell.
Let's turn our attention to the three-point shootout and highlight some of the top candidates.
Now that we're close to knowing who will be participating, some of these guys may be in the gym early and leaving late, shooting threes on a timer.
If you're not prepared, it's easy to look bad in this event.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
about a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. They've got Jaylen Brown. MP out there with Jason Tatum. And there's Porzingis. And it's Pritchard in at the 3. For 3, Murray. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Tatum. Kicks it out to MP. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Tatum. And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Murray. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Here's Brown. And he makes good on the layup.
Two better athletes in the league than Jaylen Brown, and he stays in attack mode.
The Pelicans have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
I'm not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
A 3 from MP. Buries it from three-point range. MP's got 54 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Over to the wing. Will it go? Knocks down the 3-ball. He's got 6.
And the answer from Murphy, no surprise. He shot 40% for a season with 3. You want Trey from Trey.
MP. And good. He hits it again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Murray. And he banks in the layup. Murray's got 20 points.
Great concentration from DeJounte that time, just playing right through the contact.
There's Brown with the 3. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 7th assist in the game. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. If we're going to talk about the craftiest players in the NBA, where would you rank C.J. McCollum?
CJ is one of my favorite guards in the league to watch. This guy is not overpowering physically, Kevin, but his efficiency and the way that he is so smooth on getting to his scoring zones is something that I don't think we appreciate enough.
Here's Murray. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Back to Brown. A 3 from MP. And another one.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And he takes the feed in stride and sends it home.
Making a bit of a statement, Murphy to the rack.
Porzingis finds MP. Launches from deep. Kept alive by Boston. Fires the 3. And another one falls.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Murray against Tatum. Olynyk the pass to Jones. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. For Boston, they've gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on.
CTH. Can't teach height. Porzingis is big and completes the play.
for three. Traps in the tray. 11 points in the game. Boston shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Connects again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
MP against Murray. The shot comes out. Now, here's MP. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. No coverage that time.
3 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Now, MP. This one for three. Hits it again. Wow.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. The NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and you're seeing a larger influx of talent, a lot of times in the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Yeah, good stuff, DA. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
You can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
MP against McCollum. Pass to Pritchard. And here's MP for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. A three from McCollum. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one.
2 minutes remaining.
MP with it.
2 minutes.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to MP. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Pritchard passes to MP. Shot clock at 6. And here's Tatum for three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
3 points.
How about
Changes
the
when
last
you wait too
5
long.
made shots have all been threes.
I give you the ball and you shoot. You don't wait. You cannot wait. You cannot wait. You can't wait. Can't take too long.
Rebound Boston.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
MP's shot is good.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
McCollum outside. Bangs home the trifecta. McCollum's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Oh, another huge night for Tatum. One of the top scorers in the NBA. Jason beats you in so many different ways.
Here's McCollum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And GA, what you have to admire about CJ McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah.
The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since
And got it! Another basket!
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in an NBA game all time. He is knocking down everything.
It's truly one of the greatest games in league history. He cannot miss. McCollum left side.
He's just a hard guy not to foul. CJ McCollum is so versatile as a scorer, you never know which move he's going to go to.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly. just finding the open man.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting...
And another one falls. Amazing.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season, it'll go down as their 48th win.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way. And
good, he hits again.
He is simply unconscious here tonight. Nobody can stop him right now.
GA, the points keep coming, and he's climbing up that scoring ladder. 3rd on the list, well in sight. And the Pelicans miss again.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
There's the triple. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Murray against MP. To end the run. Murray, no good. Jones against MP.
No! Oh, come on! That was good. That was good.
So it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
Way to bring the effort tonight. Wins pay the bills, baby.
on game 50. We did 48-49. Got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games left. Tomorrow we just gotta do 6 games. So basically, we'll do 2 more videos for tomorrow. Alright guys, we're stopping. 2 videos for next 2 videos will be the next 6 games.